back to the show.
Okay, alright. Finally got my head out of my ass here, so...
That guy's got a blue back. Is this the, oh. There's Mumbo there. What in the world?
He's here to allow you to do this.
Okay. And what is that? Okay.
That allows me to get up higher now. So I can now access the... Well, I guess one could call it the opening gate for the next world we're going to be going to. The second to the last world we have left to go through in this game. And... not looking forward to it.
Is that going to take another 3 hours to do?
Depending on how much I struggle with certain aspects of it.
Oh.
I mean, a couple of the most difficult jigsaw pieces I'll probably just get over with first and foremost, so I can just worry about roaming the world and getting all the, obtainables and just kind of go through it that way. But otherwise, yeah, anyone who has played this game in length know that from our days through the Nintendo 64, this place was a major pain in the ass. Especially if you're trying to 100% it and get all 100 notes without dying.
Mm-hmm. I suppose as long as this is still in my thoughts, I should mention, just for those of you watching. Oh, look. There's like more... Okay, hold on. Let me concentrate.
You concentrate? Yeah. You're not the one playing here, Mac.
I was going to talk about something, and then I saw, like, pictures in the walls again.
Okay, what were you going to say?
Guns of Icarus. That's what I wanted to mention. That's the game that I was talking about, where you cooperatively work with, like, a group of 4 people to pilot an airship and all that kind of stuff. When we were trying to mention it...
Meet Cheato the Spellbook.
Cheato the Spellbook. Oh. I only saw, like, a mention of Cheato, but... for that Banjo Pilot game when I was looking that up. Yeah. That's the thing about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, is, like, I know everybody loves it. It's, like, the hottest thing right now.
Yeah.
I'm not so big on PvP kind of stuff, though.
Well, considering it's another one of these, just grab a sniper, hunker down on, like, a top of a house and just pop everyone off, like, or like their heads are just grapes.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I don't think I would enjoy playing Battlegrounds, but I do like watching people play it.
Oh, true enough. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it just seems like kind of a interesting game for me to at least look into. Again, if my now ancient laptop will be able to cough and sputter the necessary oomph to get it to work.
I'm shocked, honestly. Like, I had a friend over at work the other day who was looking into getting a laptop. Mm-hmm. I offered to go and point him out some laptops that were within a decent price range for him. And surprisingly, like, the new laptop that they have over at Walmart that's, like, almost $600.
Yeah, that's problem number one there. Never get a, laptop you're going to have longer for 2 years at a Walmart. Walmart is, at least for the most part, Walmarts are just generally going to have laptops that are quick, cheap, and, easy to sell to people.
Well, the one that I was looking at that was like $600, it's actually, like, cheaper than the one that I bought for myself back in December. Not including the discount that I had. But it's cheaper, but I mean, I'm looking at the system specifics, the specifications on it, and it's better. It's it's only slightly better. It has, like, a newer generation video card inside of it.
Nope, not what I wanted to do. Sorry, you were saying?
It's actually a pretty damn good laptop. especially considering like the games that he'd probably be playing on it.
Yeah.
But I think it had like a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970M, which was like, I guess the newest one would be like 1070, but 970, that's just like last year's, and it's not bad at all. I mean, that price. I mean, the reason it's called 970M, M for mobile, like that's always been the names that they use for their laptop.
That's the Switch piece that I missed earlier.
That's the
I hit the Switch in Freezy Peaks. We kind of ended the session for that day after I cleared it out, and I never actually went back to snag it.
Oh.
So,
okay.
Which is fine because the Switch that I hit in Mad Monster Mansion leads me to one of the eyes in the grunty face over here, which I will slowly get to, that I have to bash open.
Dang. You know, I mean, on the subject of Battlegrounds and watching videos and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking with Howard, and we do frequently watch videos by C-Nanners. We used to.
Oh yes,
frequently.
let's do all the name dropping, shall we?
Well, yeah, C-Nanners.
Kidding,
great
dude.
stuff. Yeah,
I've name dropped them
wonderful
100
videos.
times more than you have.
Wonderful videos. I watch his stuff all the time. Used to watch all of his stuff all the time. It's like
so much internet, so little time.
That actually is specifically the reason why I used to, and I don't really like have the time to now, because he used to go and make these like 10-minute long videos. Well, I mean, he started off making the 3-minute videos. Everybody wanted him to make longer videos, and he started making longer videos. So he started doing the 10-minute videos. You know, it was fun to watch. I liked the 10-minute videos. Well, about a month ago, I guess maybe a couple months ago, now that I think about it, he started to, like, he stopped making 10-minute long content. He started to make, like, hours-long content.
Well, it makes sense because there are quite a few, notable folks out there making the switch over to just live streaming on Twitch as opposed to just trying to go through YouTube.
Right. Well, see, he's been live streaming on YouTube, and that's fine. Like, I understand the idea of people jumping to Twitch is because of the adpocalypse on YouTube.
Is that what everyone's calling it now?
That is what's going on. Yeah. But Nanners had started doing live streams on YouTube, and he's been using that as his regular content now, instead of the 10-minute videos. So
you would probably be much more in the know about it than I would, but
sure.
How well does streaming through YouTube work?
It's actually quite well. They've started to go and give you like new options for low latency, things like that. It's, to be perfectly honest,
from 36 to 24.
With OBS, I mean, your old settings for when you were doing your streams on Twitch so long ago, you could use those similar settings for YouTube. It's very easy, and I think it's easier to monetize that on YouTube than it would be otherwise. I mean, on Twitch, you would still have to go and beg people to hit a donate button. You're not going to get a subscribe button or
subscription.
Yeah, and it's easier to go and get tips or donations on YouTube, I think. Whereas on Twitch, you would already have to be notable. You'd already have to have that notoriety.
Right.
But, I mean, as I was saying with C-Nanners, though, when he started doing the hours-long content, and I mean, like, he's got his live streams up there. They're, like, between an hour and 4 hours long. And, I mean, Howard and I would go on there to go and watch his 10-minute videos and, you know, be done with it.
Kind of hard to do so, yeah.
Yeah, like, we got to go to work and stuff. He's got to go to sleep and on whatever. I got to go to work because I work overnights. we don't have the time to watch a 4-hour-long video. Like, it's difficult to know. I mean, gosh, we've watched some movies and stuff before online, and even then, it's still difficult to try to remember exactly what the timestamp was unless you're like noting it. It's just inconvenient, I guess. That's my only problem with it.
Right.
It's like I still love the content that he's got of collecting dragon teeth. Greasy Grant, first and only boyfriend. Mad Vulture as a pet. Oh, wow. So those are the teleporter things,
yep.
Right? Okay.
That is way back, like near Clanker's Cavern. But that, for the most part, basically completes the, fast travel system here in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now then, I just need to do one other thing here. Yep, I just need to collect 65 more notes between the next two worlds in order to unlock, well, one of the final note doors of the game.
I don't like stairs much in my lair.
That already rhymes.
Gasp for air. Ugh.
And here is that. And that is way back to close to the second level of the game.
How you're in the overworld right now?
Yes.
Jeez.
This is just basically running setup right now. Basically just saving everyone the trouble of, getting everything opened up. Which I guess I can just do for Click Clock Wood. I'm pretty sure I have enough puzzle pieces for this.
Mm-hmm.
I guess one way to find out.
So, I mean, we're done with the haunted place?
Oh yes, very much so.
Nice.
Found all the notes, found all the puzzle pieces, found all the extra honeycomb
the switches
bits.
And all that. All right.
Now let's see here. All I gotta do is just follow this down here.
Now, I've actually been looking into making some adjustments to our intro.
Oh.
Whether that adjustment has been made
by the time this airs.
By the time that this airs, yeah, like the adjustment might already be live. I don't know. I haven't really finished making it.
Jelly Belly. Yeah, I can relate to that one.
But I got freshly burst boils is her favorite smell.
Ew.
The old hack's favorite color is gruesome green.
Is it weird that I could see that as a Crayola color?
Like flesh.
Didn't they have, like, way back when Halloween-themed, like, Crayola crayon packs once upon a time?
I believe they did.
Yeah, I had more than enough for that, actually.
I had a friend who called them crowns once.
Well, there are art utensils known as crayons, but they are a decidedly different tool as opposed to crayons.
Well, I mean, he was referring to crayons, but he called them crowns. And we all heard this, and we were laughing so hard.
Yes, because we as kids can just be so cruel.
This was just a couple of years ago.
We as fully grown kids are so cruel.
Oh, man. Like, back when I used to use Photoshop all the time just for jokes and gags. Yeah, I went and found, like, a picture of some Crayola crayons and then cut it up and, like, created a crown out of crayons. And then I posted it on his Facebook wall. Oh, man. Good times. Good times.
That kind of reminds me of something. You ever see any of the Despicable Me movies?
I've seen the first two.
Okay. You know the dude that has the Mexican restaurant?
Yes.
The Mexican-themed food and everything?
Yes.
Where at one point everyone gets a gigantic tortilla chip hat that's filled with guacamole?
Okay.
Why is that not a thing?
Is it not?
No. I mean, I guess there would be a few, like, health and safety concerns. I mean, especially if the guacamole is hot.
Well, okay.
But still.
Do you remember the episode of The Simpsons when Homer started hanging out with Flanders a ton? He became Flanders' like best friend.
Wasn't there like a crown of ribs or something?
They went to a football game together, and Homer got a hat that was basically a cowboy hat made of tortilla chips. And he started singing, "Nacho, nacho hat." I want to eat a nacho hat. And
to be fair, I would totally want to eat that nacho hat.
He'd break off pieces of the hat, of the nacho chip hat, and he'd like inside of it was like the cheese, and he'd like dip it into the cheese and then he'd eat it.
Well, I mean, if it were like, molten hot, cheese-like substance, which is essentially what cheese is in a, sports-related game like that.
Yeah.
Then I could definitely see the, again, health and safety concerns of that.
Because, I mean, the chips would get soft and then they would break.
And eat off as you're wearing the cheese, and it's like, oh god, hot, 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 hot.
Yeah.
I mean,
on your head, you've got nacho cheese.
Not for nothing, just finding Cheato again.
Yeah. Nasty witches so gold feathers on sandcastle floor.
We briefly ran into that a long while ago. Basically, it's telling you that the, letter puzzle in the sandcastle inside of the pirate place acts as a cheat code central.
Gotcha.
Basically, if you type in the right things like gold feathers or red feathers, or, whatever the case may be, it allows you to do things like, say, have unlimited red feathers or unlimited gold feathers.
Okay.
There are also super cheat codes, which you can enter, but if you enter too many of them, Grunty pops up and warns you that if you enter one more code, she's erasing your game. Lo and behold, if you do just that, if you have too many of these super cheat codes on there, through the old Nintendo 64 version, it would erase your game then and there. Now, I don't know if that still happens if you were to pull it off on the Microsoft version, but still, it was just a real interesting bit of programming.
Yeah. Are we caught up on everything that you needed to do before we start?
I have done everything that I need to do on the overworld now, aside from collecting enough notes to open one more door and basically snagging, I hope, every single last jiggy piece that I need to snag. Then, yes, we are essentially done here.
Sounds good. Well, on the next episode of Pway.
One of the hardest level of the game, actually.
The hardest level. All right.
Looking forward to it.
Catch you guys next time. Pway.